and a cheesy hash brown bagel with
Where
country
you looking
covered
at?
cream
Bob
cheese.
Evans?
No, that's what they have over there. Carry.
Oh.
It's 680 calories.
Oh. Are you looking up the prices?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's my bad. Always being conscious. But basically, the reason I know their banana nut bread looks interesting. It's warm. It's interesting. It smells really good. I've never had it though. It's good. I like to try new food, baby. Thank you. What was I gonna say? So basically, the cherry story. So my friend, my friend had she's a smoker. She smoked cigarettes. And when I worked at City, and we all used to go pretty much out on lunch at the same time because we all had the same lunch. Pretty much your team schedule aligned with yours. Okay, good. So your team schedule. Hey, Star. Hi, Angela. Hi, ladies. I'm just telling Babe a story about how I was just lighting the sage, and Babe was like, be careful, I don't want you to burn the seat, because a cherry had fallen. And I was like, I can tell when a cherry is going to burn or not. And she was like, oh, you can. So it made me think about this story. So that's what you guys came in on me telling. And then we're going to get right into the live. But basically, our schedules were aligned. They were 1 to 9. That's what time we worked. Excuse me. Wait, let me back it up. 11 to 9. So,
was working too?
Yeah, but it was roughly, maybe it was 11 to 8. Maybe it was 11 to 8. But we had an hour lunch, and we all went to lunch at the same time. So it'd be like me, her, Brandon, her best friend. We would all, literally, it'd be like tables full at lunch every day. And so on the way to lunch, we would always, on the way to and from, they would always smoke a cigarette, of course. You know how people do that, smoke. And it wasn't a long drive. It was like 10 minutes most of the time because, But anyway, Alexandra, she had this, I think they're called HHRs or HHRRs or Chevrolets, but it's like a...
Oh, it's like a box.
Like a box, but it has
I know what you're talking about.
Like a kind of Jeep in the back. So we are in the car, and she is just trying to get this smoke in. And so she flicks her cigarette, but the windows were down. So at 8:30, we come out of work, and she lifts her trunk, and all of this smoke comes out of her trunk. Babe, it's like clouds of smoke just rolling out of her trunk.
How long was y'all inside?
A cherry. We would have been inside for like since 2. It's 8 o'clock. So over 6 hours.
Burning that long.
The cherry. Cherry had from her cigarette had went from when she flicked it. And I was in the back seat, so I saw the cherry. And I was like, I don't know if that went outside the window. And she was like, it had to go outside the window. It's not in here. You don't see it smoking. Girl, it was in the back. And it had burned for 6 hours. It had a big burn in her thing. But I'm thankful her car didn't blow up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. I know when a cherry is fire hot and when it is going to burn something. That was the point I was going to make.
Jeez.
Hey guys that are coming in.
You're a fire expert.
But yes, I love fire. I am somewhat of a fire expert. I probably should have been a firefighter. Now that I think about it.
No, you're not running nowhere and doing it.
Anyway, they got me some caribou coffee.
I appreciate those that do, but you're not going to be one of them.
Mm. And it is delicious. The first time I tried it, it's basically like a black and white mocha, but it's so good.
You're so delicious.
And she got me some banana bread.
Tasty.
And I never tasted their banana bread. It looks so interesting. Look.
Yeah. It's brown.
It's really brown. It smells really good. So I taste the spice. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm used to banana bread having nuts in it, and it doesn't have nuts. It's not bad. It tastes kind of like. Have you ever had molasses bread?
I don't eat a lot of breads.
Yeah, but
I'm not a
like
big bread girl.
But these kind of like cakey, bready. Have you ever heard of molasses bread?
Yeah.
It's kind of that same vibe. It doesn't give me a true banana, but that's because I'm used to banana now. Anyway, we can move on.
Cakey bread is not mine. I'm not a big cake girl.
I hope. How have you guys' Sunday morning been? How was your Saturday? I hope it was good. My Saturday was busy.
Mm-hmm.
I Postmate most of the day.
Postmate.
Yeah. And me and Babe, if you guys were with us, what night was that? Thursday night? We had a very, very extensive live, very in-depth. We talked about some things that kind of, would you say, ruffled feathers a little. Ruffled feathers a little.
Feathers ruffled?
I would say yeah, and I can tell yours was too.
Yeah, you be trying. You be trying it. Like, ha, I'm gonna ruffle her feathers. Ha, it's gonna be funny.
No, but when we the cool thing, like I said in the beginning of that live, is the cool thing about these lives is they kind of open up this dialogue in a way. I think Bay actually said you learn a lot about somebody on camera, or
well, because you're answering tough questions and you know have to be completely honest.
You have to be honest,
and other people engaging with it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It kind of like challenges your authenticity too, because people will know if you're being real or not.
Keep it realer than real. Fuck all the critics and fuck how they feel.
Exactly. So
I'm getting money. It is what it is.
So,
I had a moment. So
yes, it's okay. Yes. But I feel like we had some deep conversation, like what was going on. Oh, let me get it up. Sorry. We had some deep conversation as far as how we felt about different things. And one of those things was me giving Babe oral. And another one of those things was how I feel about her wearing like dresses. And I was happy to have some feet.
My justice. I'm gonna get me a strapless one. It's gonna come right here.
She does things to get a reaction out of me, guys. I just want to let y'all know that.
That's funny.
Because it's something that's gonna trigger me every time.
It's hilarious.
She does this for jokes. She thinks it's so funny. But anyway, we ended up having conversation later on that night. And the YouTube, I kind of was bringing up things that I didn't even know that she had issues with, which was like the oral thing. And we started talking about it more and more, and like, why don't I do it? And we started getting more in depth with it. I kept going to, oh, it's the dress. And she was like, no, because you've done things, you've done it after the dress. Anyway, we figured it out, Blue's Clues, as Babe likes to call it. She always says, you figured out Blue's Clues. So look at him. He's so cute. So it was really, really great. That was the point I was going to make. It was really, really therapeutic for us. We were able to come to some terms, and Babe got her some head sometime this weekend. And how would you say you felt about that? Yeah, so you were
had a nice little session that night. It was very lovely. Like when you actually are making love versus having sex, it's a different feeling.
Yeah,
we had a deep understanding and stuff, and everything was good.
Yeah, and that's why I think the conversations, even though people like stray away from hard conversations, they have to be had. And I think that
what is he doing?
He's doing a lot because he knows that we're over
here. Get your ass down. What are you doing?
Sorry. Oh. Girl, yes. Let me see. Yes, Star. We had to get it together. It was interesting because I was still saying and holding true to how I felt about my preferences as far as dress and everything. And, through that conversation, started to talk about past experiences, started to talk about, prior to started talking about
we gotta wash this hair.
I know it's all right.
It's like having its own
That
mind.
is
That's
right.
crazy.
We oh yeah, so sorry. We started to talk about past experiences and kind of like where we have been and what we have been doing and where we were at, and which really unpacked why, you know, we don't like certain things, because Babe has things she doesn't like either. And so we ended up going a little bit further into the dress thing as well. And Babe had given me some feedback from some of her loved ones that was relevant, I think, but maybe not spot on. And so one of those things was maybe you feel like you're in competition. I think a young lady had mentioned that here too. Mm-hmm. Good morning, Lorena. Have mentioned that here too, that, oh, maybe you feel like you're in competition. And at first I considered it and even entertained it, like, yeah, maybe that it has something to do with it. And there's an aspect of that, but it's actually more on the lines that, you know, and I kind of explained this, that, yeah, I do kind of want to be like the princess in the room or the queen in the room when I'm with my partner. I want, you know, people to look at us right away and say, oh, they're together. And I know that that might be a little troublesome for some people, but
you need a sense of security.
I need a sense of security. And I think for me, like, my physical attraction is to women who are more, give me more of that masculine energy. As I stated, I have a lot of best friends. They're like my sisters. All of them are feminine. And when I'm around a woman with a lot of feminine energy, I love them. I can love them deeply. I can think they're really attractive, but a sexual attraction really won't peak, because that's just not what I'm sexually attracted to. Just the way Babe is more attracted to feminine energy. Like, she's not going to really be attracted to or want to be intimate with someone who is very masculine woman. It wouldn't be for her. So I challenged her over the last couple of days, because, you know, you guys gave me a lot of grief, and I'm appreciative of it, because it really allowed me to analyze myself and Babe a little bit, about the dress thing, and, oh, Babe, Bam, you want to change her, whatever the case was. And so I think I mentioned to you guys on that live about some sweatpants that I wear that Babe hates. She does not like them. And she's told me before she doesn't like them because of the way they make my butt look and the way they make my, like, stomach and torso look. She doesn't like it. And so they're also very, very boyish. Like, they just do not do anything for my curves. They don't show any curves. And so I kind of did a little sociology experiment where I wore these pants, and I was basically asking Babe, do you like the way I look? And if I wore these pants every day, would you want to have sex with me? And if I bought these pants in different colors, like, would you be okay with it? And she was like, no, I'm not turned on. I'm not into it.
I did not say it like that at all.
No, but I'm paraphrasing.
You go right ahead about it, pants. Go right ahead.
I'm paraphrasing, but essentially she was saying, I'm not attracted to you, yes, in those pants. Like, she's like, Babe, I think you're beautiful always. Just same way I feel about her. And you guys may have gotten my opinion really strong because I really don't like dresses, okay, on my partner. But that's what you heard. But do I think she's ugly? No. Do I think she's ugly in the dress?
She said,
no.
I look terrible. Y'all remember, I looks terrible. It's terrible. You got the clown makeup on.
I don't like any of it. So like I said,
there's lipstick all over you.
As I said, I will still hold true to the way I feel about it. Now, to kind of clean it up, which I feel like I did Thursday as well, is I'm not saying that someone would not find her attractive, or someone might not be attracted to her, and that she looked terrible in it. But to me, it's not a go. It's not for me. And so all those different opinions you heard of mine are just my genuine feelings about it. And truly, if I was wearing fitted hats and sweatpants every day, Babe would definitely speak to me.
You are, though.
Right. I don't feel like that's who you are with the dresses, because that's not how I know you.
Fitted hat.
She literally just proved my point.
Even wear
Right.
hats like that.
Right. But you just proved my point, babe.
Okay, but that's not. I'm just
because
saying
it's not who you are. And so when I see you, but I used to be though. Like I used to wear sweats and stuff all the time. And honestly, being from New York, I've had to kind of like grow into a more feminine way. Like I've always kind of been like feminine with not saying I'm like masculine with the way I move, but sweats and sneakers was what I wore. You know what I mean? So as I've gotten older and matured, my garments have also matured. But what I was going to say is, or my style more so, but what I was going to say is, the reality is I didn't see you like that. When I saw you, it was, I saw this stem because I saw like, your jeans, your tight jeans, but your sneakers, your tops, you weren't super, super dressy. You weren't super girly. You might put on a little bit of makeup. You wasn't doing it the most. You definitely weren't wearing lipstick. So when I saw those images, they really blew me away.
Kind of like lipstick. If I put it on makeup, it's a natural look. Like,
right. And so that's what I was familiar with even when she wore makeup. So to just kind of for you to support my argument again, that's not who you were in my mind. Just like you have never seen me in that other, and I can show you pictures of that, but you've never seen me like that. So you're like, that's not who you are. So if you were to start dressing like that, I would
twist the stuff when you walk.
I would be turned off. So
you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly, Lorena. And
okay, so Lorena got on something. What is that? Is that
in
fishnets?
Yeah, she looks very sexy in her picture. But I understand what the point is. The point that she's making is she only getting girly when she's stepping out. But the point I'm making, babe. I
got you, and I got her.
We've already had this. That has nothing to do. She said she's from that place, okay, so that has.
But the weather permits for you to wear less clothing.
Anyway, the point. Yeah, the point I'm making was that if that's what it is, it's a preference. So I don't want nobody to like beat me up over my preference. It's essentially, we've already had this conversation. I'm not good.
We've had a convo.
Okay. And you understand.
I understand.
Well, why are you challenging me still? Y'all, she's gonna be the death of me. She's gonna be the death of me.
No.
Look, Lorena said even in the summertime, Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's not allowed to wear that stuff. I mean, you can have on if it's frigid outside and it's like literally 12 degrees. Sure.
Anyway, like I said, I have my preference. She has hers. We're together. I love her.
I love you and your curly hair.
I don't like the dress.
I love you and your curly hair.
Thank you. So we're going to go right into so we have so much to talk about today. Some events transpired yesterday that really, I had a whole thought process about what we're going to talk about today, and that changed after yesterday's events. And I'm thankful about it because, like I said, I'm trying to grow. What is it? Sorry. I'm trying to grow. So, yeah. So it's good, and I want you guys to grow with us. I'm just bringing you closer. All right. So my conversation, the conversation today is going to be about trust, and what does it mean to trust? What is the definition of trust? Let's start with that.
Definition of trust?
Yeah.
Would you like a dictionary definition?
Sure, but I would like to kind of have a definition from just a general definition.
You know that I have your best interests at heart. Period.
Yeah. So just in general.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. I think confidence in someone or in a thing or in a party. That's trust. It's a candle. I don't want you to be like, what the hell is that noise?
They're coming for us.
I think that's trust. What is another word? What do you guys think?
It's funny how this is the topic. I'm heartbroken right now because of fake trust. What happened?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Lorena. I've been there. I'm gonna put this to the side real quick. I'm gonna eat it.
You're not a big fan of
it. It's okay, but I'm gonna eat it because it was purchased.
Yeah.
It's okay though. I'm gonna work it out.
All right.
Yeah. So it's for sure. definitely talk to us about it. But we're gonna get right into some of the questions.
What's the definition of trust for you?
Well, I think that was a good definition. I think it has a lot to do with confidence, feeling confident and secure.
Okay.
And I think that those two things that we both said are indicative of our personalities, because the way your definition of trust was like knowing that I have your best interest, because you're like low key, you take control, you know, in that way. Like, I have your best interest at heart. In my mind, it's about confidence and security. Like, can I trust you to secure me? Am I confident enough in you? Yeah, you put your hand out. I can't with you. So, yeah, let's get right into the questions. Is there anyone you trust?
Fully 100%.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be completely honest.
Absolutely.
No.
Okay. And what are your reasons?
I have a very large amount of trust when it comes to you.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like 95%, which is a lot when it comes to me, because I really don't trust anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like growing up, people telling me things and it'd be that's not really what happened, and then you later find out what really happened.
Yeah.
Like I always say, if you let somebody talk long enough, they're gonna tell you everything.
Right.
Yeah. And then the people that I was dealing with in the past, they would kind of just take advantage of my kindness, because I'm kind of an asshole, but I'm actually nice at the same time.
Yeah.
So, you know, just being fucked over too many times, I don't really put all my eggs in one basket and trust anyone.
Okay.
Really.
That's good, babe. That's really good. And I definitely understand. I can also relate to that. I also do not trust anyone fully. I do trust Kim more than I trust probably any romantic partner.
What about anyone?
Anyone? What do you mean?
Like
I trust you. Yeah, I trust you more than I've trusted anyone thus far. The other person, the other people I would also trust would be my godparents. They're fairly trustworthy. They've never done anything to. Hold on one second. Nobody's calling me. Hello? Did you mean to call me? Oh yeah, y'all look, Nova done butt down me.
Why the fuck are you with her?
I can't with her. Y'all getting the exclusive. I'm gonna hang up. Anyway, she be done said something really crazy. So I would say that I trust Babe more than anyone, and my godparents, both of them. They're very trustworthy. That's about it.
Do you trust me?
Man, this is awkward. You're really far and your torso is really long, mine is short, so you're like look at me and I feel like I'm gonna fall.
Follow me.
I feel like I'm gonna let me get further.
You fall, you on your back.
Yeah. Let's see. We got some comments. Let's see here right now. Only one I can trust is God. Yes, Queen. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. And that's
hard
a fact.
to do that sometimes, because it's just like, why am I in this path? But it's not leading on your own understanding.
Yes.
You get all deep into stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Today's Sunday. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
We made it. I ain't got pneumonia in my lungs.
On to the next one.
We good.
Do you trust yourself?
Yeah. I'm a person that's going to get stuff done. Now, when I'm angry, I'm going to say I trust myself 98% of the time. That little 2%, I can pop off and spaz out.
Mm-hmm.
But I have control.
Okay. Do you trust yourself?
Yeah, do you trust yourself?
Yeah. I would say I do. I do trust myself. I know what I'm feeling all of the time. Regardless if I express it in an honest way or not to those outside of me, I know exactly what I feel inside. And so I do trust myself.
100%.
100%. I do.
Okay.
I do. What do you have thoughts on? Okay. What about you guys?
Flipping out sometimes.
Well, I think I flip out. I do, but I don't know how is that correlated to trusting oneself. I just want to make sure.
You could do something crazy and then not even realize you did it.
Oh, I see. Yes, but to be honest, it sounds bad, but I kind of know what I do when I do it. Even when I do something, I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. Like I literally already thought through the consequences and everything. Like yeah.
Oh, when you grabbed me.
Mm-hmm. I thought about everything that could happen, and I was willing to go with it. I was willing to go with it. I'm like a very, very deep thinker. Plus, being empathic, I kind of know the type of reactions that people are going to give me. You know, like when that man drove in the store, like I know no one else thought he was going to. But when I said it, it was like, because people responded, they were like, no, like that is literally was the response of and I was like, yes, no, he is. I was like, that man is really mad. Like, I don't know why, but he's really mad.
He had kicked and broken the door.
Right. But you know, we deal with it. We dealt, because I'm not an employee there, but we dealt with a lot of angry customers in the past that had been, you know, threatening, that had been, you know, semi-violent or like put their hands on someone. So
see, God is real because he knew I could have been able to handle that. Don't put your hands on me. But
what I'm saying is, so that action didn't create a reaction from a lot of my coworkers because we dealt with people that are.
It's like, all right, he got his little way. He's gone now.
So Lorena said, most of the time I can trust me. Hi, Nina. How are you? I'm glad you joined us. Star said, I don't trust nobody until it's earned. I do trust myself because I don't know. I know I'm not responsible for the actions of others. I'm responsible for how I react. I absolutely agree with that. He's fine. So that was great. Thank you, guys. So the next question is, do you believe people lie about everything or anything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your ass down.
Talking to Oscar. Whenever we get on live, he wants attention, so he starts acting up. But do you believe people lie about everything or anything? So you said yes. Quickly.
People lie about stupid stuff. And so if you're gonna lie to me about stupid stuff, you're gonna lie to me about big stuff.
Yeah.
So if you lie about stupid stuff, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
You have to trust. I don't like choosing.
Yeah. I would say yes as well. I've learned in my time that people lie about a lot of things, even when they don't mean to. When they can be like telling you something happened that didn't happen, or telling you something didn't happen, and then they'll try to like double back and be like, oh, well, yeah. But like Baby said, if you let somebody talk long enough, they won't tell on themselves. So, you know, one thing I've learned is I don't understand why people lie so badly. But I guess it's a lot of times to protect themselves. They feel like a protected image or whatever. But a lot of times people already know what's going on with you. So if something is happening and it's already a negative image, you lying about it makes you look even worse. And I'll give an example of myself. When I was 17, going on 18, I was dating this guy, and I was definitely rebelling against my grandmother. And she hated him. She didn't like anything he stood for. And in general, I found myself in a lot of compromising situations, and I had to be very dishonest oftentimes. And I learned very early I wasn't good at lying. And what I mean by that is, yeah, I could come up with a story, but remembering that story and keeping that story going and putting it into other stories. Because one thing, me and Baby watch a lot of crime TV and a lot of documentaries about the judicial system. And one thing that I constantly been hearing, like on that program that we've been watching, the Innocence Project, that
y'all have to watch it.
It's really good.
Good.
But
I would love to do that.
One thing that that I've been watching on that program is basically they say it's easy to remember the truth. So like when it comes to where you at, babe? What are you doing though?
I was combing the piece of hair. It was bothering me. Don't judge me.
Girl, anyway, okay. So it's easy to remember the truth. So when you try to create a story, it's hard to remember it sometimes, and it's hard to remember how they piece together. So I learned very early on I wasn't a good liar, and I should just not do it. But not just because of the moral reasons, but just because it made me look like an idiot. Yeah. Lorena said, "Hell yeah, hell yeah, sure enough." About people lying. People lie when they feel it's beneficial if they have something to lose. Yeah.
I agree, but also I grew up with someone who just, well, a couple people that would just lie about anything, just make a complete lie that don't even make sense. Like, oh, I've done this, and this with this person, but you don't leave the house.
Yeah.
So how are you doing that?
But that's because they think it's beneficial, or they like the way that those stories make them feel, and they feel like, okay, I want other people to feel that way about me. Like to say you've done something. Not true. Right. Well, some people know it's not true. And some people might question it. Like that don't even sound true.
That individual was telling us, the people that know what the truth is.
Oh, yeah. So, that's strange. Yeah. That's strange. But I've been there before. I also know a person who does those same things. I've grown up with them, known them all my life, and they try to tell me things that they've experienced. And certainly there's some experiences I'm sure that she has had that I don't know anything about.
Right.
But some of these experiences are like where she's from, what she's done, where her father lives, like
how you could beat down all of these chicks, but when was this?
Right, stuff like that. So it's weird. It's weird. But yeah, so they do. Next question. How often does someone betray you?
Nowadays, almost never, because I don't allow them to be close enough to do that. Mm-hmm. Of course, in like work environments and stuff, people have done things that are technically betraying, but it's like karma's a real thing. So.
It is. And I think that's something that's a good point, babe, because when I was working, I always, not that I think I make friends at work, but I can become friendly with my coworkers and think that they respect me in the same regard that I respect them. Right. And I forget that at the end of the day, these are just counterparts, these are coworkers and colleagues. And I may feel betrayed by a decision or something they do, when in reality, it's like at the end of the day. But
I think what it is like like I said, we kind of are like nicer people, so we'll help somebody out if need be. Mm-hmm. Whereas that same courtesy may not be extended.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah, just like people think that I'd be lying about stuff, and I'm like, I don't have to lie to you. I don't care what you think of me.
I know that's right. That's true. That's true.
If you don't pay my bills, I don't care.
Right. So. Okay. So, how does someone betray you? How often? So again, I agree with Kim that I definitely was betrayed a lot as a child. I mean, even as young as a baby. I feel like my mother and her drug use and her absence, my father's absence, was a betrayal. I don't know if somebody would look at it that way, but I feel like it was, because it's essentially someone. A betrayal, specifically.
That situation is like abandonment. Like they just left you.
Hey, Patricia. Let's see. Lorena said they betray you in your sleep. I'm at the point not to trust anyone.
Yeah.
Whew. And it's just true. If you don't let them close, they can't do anything, Kim. Yep, people can't do what you allow. I'm just going to look up the definition for betrayal. I mean, obviously, whenever I
think of betrayal, I think about Judas in the Jesus Bible. Like
where they had a relationship, and then he,
because it's like you have a relationship with this person, y'all were supposed to be able to trust each other. You get sold off this man's life for nothing.
Well, for your own
small personal gain,
right?
And then try to give it back.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So it basically says when you betray someone or something, you reveal something like a secret or a true feelings. You betray your friend if you pretend that something is true just to trick him into what you want. In this case, betray means the same thing as deceive. So when you're deceiving someone or betraying someone, hey Patricia, how are you, darling? But so how often does someone betray you? Not very often, because I don't really allow them to in that case. I do feel like there were times
I have been betrayed
where, you know, people switch sides on me.
Yeah, I've been betrayed. It's been a very long time ago, like years.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Like that whole situation with the little shorty when I had first moved here, she just like fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
I could see that as technically a betrayal.
What? So as far as I remember that situation, obviously you don't have to go into super details, but like you, do you mind sharing that? Like you moved here.
I moved here. We were dealing with one another.
From where the state where she moved. I'm
from Virginia. And you know, we was never like a couple or anything, but this is like a friends with benefits situation. Like we was really cool.
Yeah.
And of course I wanted more. I think that we had the opportunity to be more, but this person was afraid to be, you know, out with me. So yeah. And when I moved, I feel like it allowed for somebody else to come in, and instead of being, you know, honest about it or any of that, just completely blocked me on all social media. I was like, okay, because I had tried to send. I'm a goofball, so I send like funny things to people, and whatever social media platform I'm on, I'm going to send it through there. So I tried and couldn't do it. Couldn't even find the person. Then I started looking on other social media things. I'm like, oh, okay, you just dipped out. Mind you, this is during my dad's birthday weekend. So, you know, my dad has passed. It's been 5.5 years. And it's like, you know, this is a time where I would need somebody to lean on, you know.
Like the person that I care about.
Right.
Me.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's understandable. And also there's not just, I'm sorry to cut you off, but with her dad's birthday, there's like a slew of other things that happened around that time too. Your uncle passed away, right?
My uncle, no. After my dad passed 2 weeks before my birthday.
That's what it was.
And then my uncle passed 2 months after my dad passed.
Yeah.
And then my cat passed.
Yeah. But those things had already occurred by the time you guys were together is what I'm saying. So her knowing that triggers a slew of other
emotions. Is like August. My dad's birthday is in April. It's actually at the end of this month. August, like the day that he passed, she had taken me out and we went to get food, and she paid for all of the food and stuff like that, and didn't turn around and just like drop a bitch off. You couldn't even wait no time. Like, you ain't give a fuck about me. So yeah.
Girl, let's see what Patricia said. Girl, some people like to live in the closet. They're down low women too.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I've dealt with quite a few.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But,
absolutely. Yeah. Oh, baby, we don't have to work about that anymore.
You lean with your little torso.
I want, yeah.
What?
Woo!
You gonna drop me off?
The nerve of her. No, I would never do that. And I'm not saying that in like a high and mighty way, because I have certainly matured. Because I've ghosted somebody before.
I mean, yeah, it's one thing to ghost somebody. It's another to ghost somebody during that particular.
Yeah, time. Absolutely.
Like, you could have waited a week. It wouldn't have been
as you don't think it would have been as impactful. No. Okay. It's deep. All right. Next question. Do people have to earn your trust?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I go into a situation. Typically, I don't like people to begin with. I don't know you, so I'm not going to trust you type of situation. And most of the time, people yelling, "Oh, you can trust me," blah, 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 are the ones that you can't trust.
Right.
But you can actually trust me, because I know so much shit about so many people. It's crazy. Absolutely. But it's like, because it's, yeah.
Yeah. I also agree.
You also have to earn my respect.
Okay. That is absolutely the case. You know, it's funny because I used to be very different. I used to be the kind of person that I started people off with 100 and I would allow them to deduct away from that, or 10 and allow them to deduct. But now I definitely start off at 0 and I allow them to add. It's just a safer process for me. It just protects me. So I have to say, yes, people have to earn my trust.
Absolutely.
I think it would be kind of foolish, especially at this age, to just go into situations and give people your 100% trust. Now, I could be wrong, but that's just the way I feel. You guys feel any different?
Nina says,
Let me hold on. Wait. Just wait, and I'll pull it up. Hold on. So, as far as earning your trust, like, have you given? I'm trying to think of any examples when I kind of just gave someone trust and they violated it. I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt.
I think my first ever girlfriend, I gave her a benefit of the doubt too many times. She wasn't shit. She wasn't shit at all. And it's like, you know, a lot of times people accept the love that they feel that they deserve. But I just like the Alicia Keys song, I deserve it. Like, I've not done anything wrong to these raggedy people. So
yes, I've been hurt enough. Ugh.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And absolutely, trust must be earned. So how does one earn your trust?
You have to give me actions of situations that are difficult and prove your loyalty, or at least prove that you ain't gonna do no stupid shit.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Just, you know, I think for me, earning trust is, like you said, actions, behaviors. To me, I've never been one that gets excited about things people tell me. And that's probably related to my abandonment issues.
Girl, we the same way.
Yeah, I obviously, anybody loves to hear they're beautiful, you're kind, you're sweet, you're smart, I love you. All these things are affirmations that you want to hear. But for me, I feel like the way you treat me really says everything, because a lot of times it can be very confusing. Like and I'm not a domestic violence expert, but I've worked with women who have been in domestic violence situations as well as Baby has. So a lot of times when people are in domestic violence situations, their partners give them very confusing things. Like, they'll tell them, I love you, essentially, and then break their arms, break their noses. And even when they do that, it's kind of translated to, I did that because I love you, or you made me do that because, you know, and it's like, you have to be able to really understand what healthy love looks like, and healthy, you know, communication, and that disagreements are okay. Like, if you can't get through a misunderstanding or a disagreement, then what do we have? I mean, like, and if so, absolutely, I think trust is something that you just got to show me. You got to show me.
When I was an intern I was an intern at a domestic violence shelter. Like, you have a line that you could call, and I remember answering, and she was going back and forth. I was like, no, you need to come here. This man has broken your arm and your nose.
Yeah,
like, he could kill you very easily.
They have a hard time though. Like, even after those things happen, they'll go back a lot of times.
Yeah, they will. And a lot of it has to do with control. Like, if that person is in control of your livelihood and providing for you and your children, sometimes you deal with that stuff. Like, you know.
Yeah. So, you know, after living my life, it's hard for me to trust anyone anymore. I take you as you come, hurt and betrayed by my mom, friends, mates. So trust is out the window.
I feel you on that. That's deep.
Yeah, Lorena, I have to say, like, I definitely understand that, and it's very difficult, especially when it's parties that you feel should innately, you know, love you and treat you the right way, like your mom. Like, you know, when it comes to people that you meet and strangers, you could probably live with that. You could probably live with that.
People that are supposed to be, they're designed for you to be able to have your trust, that fuck you up, like fuck you over, it does something to you. It does.
It really does. So I know that what you're saying, and it definitely is hard right now, for sure. So we got you though, sis. Come and we about to really discuss some things on this live here. Yeah. With us 9 people, it's about to be popping, because we'll go back to really explore some things, because these questions that we're dealing with are literally the questions. And if you guys want, I can send you all these questions. They're literally the questions that you should kind of ask your partner or a good friend, having some conversations with a good friend. After, maybe not right away, but once you start talking about really making some serious decisions,
right,
and with them, these are questions that you should ask.
Living together, definitely.
Yes, to see what they say.
Marriage,
because I think,
definitely.
Yeah. So if you guys want to jot these down,
shit, even sharing a phone bill.
Hell yeah, sharing a phone bill. Hell yeah, that's a commitment. Mm-hmm. That's a commitment.
If you don't pay me.
Oh, but Jesus, Patricia, I'm beyond hurt, and I've been there. I've been there. So we're gonna explore this more. So yeah. So the next question is, do you carry over issues from past relationships?
Yeah, I think we all have these experiences that we're supposed to learn from. So yeah, you're going to carry over some of the things that happened in that last one to try to ensure that you're not going to have the same outcome.
That's a good answer. I agree. And I always told you that it's funny because there are certain, growing up, there were certain things that were told to me that I never really understood. And I've expressed that before, like, in any situation, they tell you, like, when you're in school and you're learning, they always obviously encourage you to take what you learned from the previous year, apply it to this year so you can build on it and continue to grow your knowledge. But in a lot of other situations, such as relationships, people suggest that you do not use that past relationship as a format or a template to help you when you're new. And I disagree with that, just like Babe said. However, I do understand why people say it, because they automatically assume that there are going to be bitter feelings there and that you're going to hold your partner accountable for those bitter or issues from your past relationships. But I do think that it brings things, it teaches you about yourself and the things that trigger you or things that you like. You can then share with your partner. But when you say carry over issues, I think I have before. I think I certainly have carried over issues, but not really. I kind of let people rock.
You weren't trying to let me in.
But that really didn't have anything to do with my last relationship.
Okay, I'm just saying.
That was just funny. Yeah.
You was like, why you got so much stuff over here? I don't have space for this, and all of a sudden you're not moving in here. And I was like, it's a toothbrush. What's going on? You got to take this home. You was mean. You really were.
I didn't want it. I did not want it. I didn't want anybody to be close to me, and that
changed your mind.
I did that for years. I think trust. Me trusting you more. I mean, I didn't feel like I trusted you initially, and that's just like a genuine feeling. But as I started to,
as a first outing together was at your house.
No, I trusted you enough to know that you would not do anything to me crazy, but I didn't trust you any more than just an acquaintance or a friend. Okay. For you to have your belongings at my place. I was just like, I don't want to start this. I don't want to jump into that.
Look, got drawers, bras.
Well, that's the transition of relationships, baby. That's how it works. So, Lorena said, I'll be 42 this year and still single. I'm done human. I can't breathe. I think of relationships.
So let me know this. So my favorite number is 42. 42 is the answer to everything. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You need to read that.
Mm-hmm. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah. The answer to everything is 42. So I believe you'll get your answers and be able to move forward with things in this transitional year.
Yeah, I agree too. I think that you have a testimony, and because of that, you're not only going to be able to help others, you'll be able to sort through your stuff. I don't carry over. I have given myself time to heal before I get into another. That's good. Patricia said, I also have healing between, but I also try to avoid the previous issues. Well, that's good. I think it's really important to do it, but I think it's also human because, like I said, we are, people who, I've had a few city situations, but the woman I have now, I'm so blessed. I know God sent her to me, and I'm so grateful. Oh, that's beautiful, 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 Nina. I'm so happy. And that will happen. Absolutely. Lorena said, thanks, Kim.
Yeah.
And so, absolutely, I think it's on the horizon for you, Lorena. But stay with us, babe, and we're gonna make sure you're good.
It's like how you are now with the not wanting or whatever like that. That's typically when somebody just slides on in. You don't even realize it. You're like, what the fuck just happened?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we moving in.
Yeah. It's funny because, babe, how close was that situation that you talked about earlier about the girl ghosting you and like when we met each other? Like what was the situation?
So it was into April. I was done with her like in May.
Mm-hmm. And we met each other in November.
Yeah. And then we started,
dealing
after that. So
yeah.
It's probably a good totality, probably a good 8 months to 9 months. And then getting actually in a relationship. Yeah.
So give yourself that time to kind of explore that and be okay. So not Kim, ain't nobody sliding. Girl, that's what you say now. You don't know. You don't know, Lorena. I'm telling you.
What is your birthday?
When is your birthday, Lorena? You don't know. Start to absolutely. People seem to only appreciate what they've earned, not what's given. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's good.
I stay in sweats and I'm not getting no new friends.
Okay, you gotta go to the store.
That's what you say?
Yeah, she gotta go to the store.
Got to. You gotta go get stuff.
Somebody might walk by and be like,
right, okay.
Hey,
exactly. Hey, girl.
Her birthday is June the 1st. Okay. So between this June 1st and the next June 1st of 2021, you're going to have somebody up in your life and you're going to be like, y'all were right.
Y'all were right.
Okay.
I want you to mark our words on this.
Yeah, I'm not playing. Like,
I know it's going to happen.
Yeah, you're going to be like, I was in sweats. Hold on, go back. Kim, I'm in the hood, girl. I don't want these folks.
Oh.
Okay, so somebody might be driving by.
Girl, you don't know where you might be.
Gas.
You might.
They might need a snack.
Listen, you might be out of town. Mm-hmm. You know,
because we're gonna go outside.
We're gonna go outside soon.
Yeah, because your birthday,
and that's probably, and that's also a thing. Like sometimes when you're in areas where there's not a lot, and I think, babe, like even though she's not from like the country, there's not a lot of choice. The choices might be a little slim, and so when you're in places like that, it can feel very like discouraging because,
girl, going from where I was at to here is probably like at least 10 times the amount of people.
And it's like, and the quality of people as well. Because not just talking about the amount of people.
Well, typically, if you look, I'm a percentage of nut. So if you look at somebody that's got 100,000 people and the quality of people is like 20%, and you go somewhere that's got 1 million people, that 20% is going to be a larger number.
Okay.
So,
yeah. So, Kim, by June 1st, 2020 and 2021, y'all be married. You better stop putting a curse on me.
We might be engaged. We got
Patricia, a lot of eligible people in the hood.
Some people don't come up. They get back.
Patricia, that's for you, babe.
What items was she leaving at your house?
Oh, that's for me, actually. Yeah. Sorry. She tried to leave her toothbrush, the panties, basketball shorts. But it was like she would have basketball shorts to sleep over, but then it was like turning into like 3 or 4 pairs.
I gotta be able to change. You want me to wear the same ones? Be mistaken?
So that's the type of stuff she was trying to leave over. And just other little things.
He's like, you got a 5-item max. What the fuck is wrong with this girl?
I might have been trying to have company and she just leaving her stuff over there.
Company to do what?
To come and see me.
Okay.
And they be like, whose stuff is this?
Be like, oh, this is some shorty I'm talking to. Who was they coming to do with you?
I'm just making a point, babe.
Yeah, just put them in the drawer.
Yes, seeing is believing. I've been through it all. And when the actions don't ever match the words, it's time to move on. Do it, baby. Yes. Do it, baby. But you're just so silly.
She needs variety, dog. Shut up. We have a variety.
She moved in on me. I'm telling you, y'all. Like, I wanted. Listen
Whose
to
house
her.
are you at?
I'm trying to let me finish.
Okay.
What I mean by that is just saying like she wasn't letting me go. Like, I tried my hardest to push her away. I tried my best. She wasn't letting it go. Do you agree, baby?
I'm tough.
Oh, you were determined. When you want something,
if I want it, I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah, she wanted it. So, and that's another thing I will tell you about men, women, and pursuit in general. When somebody wants you, they're gonna come for you, our body. So, what is your gut telling you? I guess the situation would just be, or what does your gut tell you about situations? Do you listen to your gut when there's situations going on?
Sometimes I was nervous about that.
Yeah. I think though there's some things that are real there. When you are, and the reason why your gut feeling is a good one and can also play against you is because it's basically like your heart and your emotions and how that makes you feel. So if those things feel imbalanced, it's like, yeah, you listen to them. Right now, we have some serious transition that's happening in our life. Me, Babe, Ma, and Nova are moving to a house together. So that's a huge transition for us. And me and Babe, obviously we're pretty familiar with kind of living together, even though we've had separate apartments for the last year or so, year and a half. Last couple years, yeah. But we stay with each other enough to where we are, we know each other's habits. Right. So, I think we'll be fine. I've lived with Sheena now also a couple years, so I know her habits.
Sheena don't be around.
She don't. And she cleans up after herself.
Right.
Ma is clean. She has a lot of great qualities, but because me and Mom have been apart for so long, we are learning a lot of each other's habits. And I think you guys, something that concerns me in general,
let's keep it real
about the move. Yeah. Something that concerns me about the move is just my remaining clean and understanding and not making my life, and this is probably going to sound really, hey, Ma, and not being like, stressed, essentially. I don't want to be stressed at all. My gut is telling me that everything is going to be okay, but I'm going to really have to give some tough love and really, really be honest. Like, I think for me, I want to make sure that everybody understands always coming from a loving place. However, sometimes you just got to be 100% real with it. It's necessary. Star said you can't let life, situations, circumstances dictate who you are moving forward with in a relationship. I agree with that. And that's mine. Star said, no, you create boundaries based on what you may have done in the past relationship as well as your last partner. I do agree with that.
Yes.
I do agree with that because that's learning yourself. That's not doing something to someone else. I like that.
She was talking about that last show. She was like, I didn't want her to move in with me. And all of a sudden, she had a whole closet full of stuff and was living in the house. She snuck in and moved in.
And that's what happened and that's, okay, so I'm glad you said that because that tied in. So the previous girl before Kim, me and her, I had laid my boundaries out with her, let her know I was comfortable with her having a key to the place, kind of gonna go and coming as she wanted, but I still wanted it to kind of have my autonomy and be my own place, and didn't mind her having stuff in my closet. But then it became a situation where she always was there. She never was at her mom. She never was anywhere else, and she totally crossed my boundaries. So I think when Kim came into my life, it was important for me to be extremely strict and direct about that boundary. She felt like it was me being mean, but I was like, no, I need to be clear here. I do not want you moving in on me. You know what I mean? That was my mindset.
It was within months' time. Like, it wasn't even. No,
I'm just telling you my feelings.
Yeah, that's fine. At the 6 months, I think, Mark, when I was getting ready to move to the place I am now, and she was still where she's at, we had talked about moving in together, which, of course, I believe we still should have. But. So,
what is your gut telling you now? So, yeah, basically, my gut tells me that we will be okay, that we will survive and we will make it as long as everybody is really being honest and putting their best foot forward. So I do feel confident in that. If everybody does what they're supposed to do, it will be okay. My concern is that everybody might not do what they're supposed to do or will misunderstand something or whatever.
And if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you go be gone. Don't matter who you are.
So, next question. What is the one thing you would change about yourself? You can't think of anything you would want to change?
I would like to lose a couple pounds.
Okay. Fair enough.
Other than that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's see here. Being together but separate. Absolutely, Patricia. I agree with that. And that's why Kim's a good girl. Everyone needs space. Yes. I agree. It is, if I were to change anything, I would like to change my family's history of mental health issues. Because one thing I recognize is no matter how we try to, the therapy has helped. Me being self-aware has helped. However, it's been a hard journey for me and my ancestors and loved ones before me. And I know many of my family members have died from lots of different disorders and diseases, but strictly mental health has been a big proponent, a big catalyst of all the deaths in my family. And that ties into drug abuse, it ties into alcohol abuse. And so I really wish that's something I could change about myself is my mental health, my mental health issues.
I think I'm pretty stable at this point in my life. There was a point in time where I was not. Just keep it real. There was a point in time where I was not. I would go through some things.
Mom said she would change her trust factor. Lorena said, "Get this fat gone. Stop smoking cigarettes. Shit, I can keep going." Okay.
Well, she gonna do that during being 42. All of a sudden, she gonna be snatched, walking to the store, and they're gonna say, "Hey, shawty, what you doing, shawty?"
Okay. So, yeah, that's the one thing I would change about myself. It brings me a lot of anguish. I just think anything that brings you more harm than good in your life, that's the one thing you should look at changing for yourself. You feel like anything that brings you more than good, other than your couple pounds, do you feel like you should lose?
I believe the things that have given me more negatives than positives, I have let
go.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Because like certain people, I don't necessarily have to talk to, but I still do. But you gotta take some people in doses because don't nobody want no negative shit all the time.
Yeah. Right. Mom said she need to be more patient, and Lorena told you to shut up.
I need to be more patient.
No, she said she needs to be more patient. And Lorena just told you to shut up about smoking and all that.
I mean, patience is. I really don't have a lot of patience. I really don't. Because I don't have time for bullshit. I've been through enough shit. I don't have time for bullshit.
Right.
We need to let it be what it is and be done.
Right. So the next question is, what was the last thing you cried about?
Like a good cry or like a little tear?
Whatever.
Like a little tear, we was watching a movie.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about them people that had spent all that time in jail for stuff they ain't even do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, that's so sad. And the man had ended up getting cancer and died. It was pissing me off. So I'm like, dude, that spent all this time in prison and then you died. For nothing. That was like a teary-eyed situation. But actually,
that just pissed me off. The nigga this morning, she said, "Yeah, I'm pissed now." No, but I know. Hopefully, it made you feel a little bit better.
But as far as like a deep cry, it's been a long time. It's probably was back New Year's when you was trying to break up with me.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
you upset me,
baby.
You upset me.
So a deep cry, honestly, probably the thing I cry the most about is my family and my mom. So I actually cried on Friday. Was it Friday?
Mm-hmm.
I was really upset.
Trying to grab my heart on my chest.
I was, well, yeah, but I cried that day as well, earlier that day. I was at the grocery store and Loki had like a full anxiety attack while checking out because oftentimes I feel like I'm being pulled multiple ways. I feel like people put a lot of pressure on me and I have a lot of expectations of me, and I try to follow through with them. I want everybody to be comfortable all the time and be happy, and that's not realistic. And because of that, I internalize those feelings and take on that burden, and it's not realistic, and it ends up making me crash. And I had extreme anxiety on that day. I was so thankful that Kim came into the store, because if she hadn't, I probably wouldn't have been able to finish the transaction. I had another transaction to do, and I was just I was way overwhelmed. I would also say I was close to tears last night, but I had a different feeling about a lot of things. It made me think of.
She was trying to pull my heart out of my chest that same day after the grocery store.
I just felt like when I feel like I can't get through, or someone's not really hearing me or listening to me, or they're trying to listen to respond and not really listen to understand.
Like that lady at that store.
I get so frustrated. So that's what was going on that day, but that evening with Babe. But I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Let's see. Today is an emotional day for me. Ma says, yes, Ma, I can understand that. It's also an emotional for me as well.
Now, Lorena, not today, but again, you got a whole year.
Yes, you do have time. You got time, baby girl.
Like, slid the fuck up in here. You gonna think about us. We're like, Kim said he was gonna slide in, and the fuck here he is.
Yeah, that's it. And so, like, for me, yeah. Well, maybe I'll get into this a little bit later. We'll see. And guys, stay tuned, because I know we're talking about a lot of heavy stuff now, but we will be playing a fun game of word association before we close out, to make sure that we can balance everything out.
We're going through therapy.
We are. That's what I'm saying. But even in therapy, you know, your therapist, if they're good, right before your session, they aim to balance you before you go back into the world dealing with all this. So that's why I'm talking.
Sometimes you don't want to even have time, because it'd be a lot.
Yeah, that's true. What memory of yours is the worst?
I have quite a few, but the worst.
Whatever you want to share is fine.
The worst was when I was molested when I was younger. That's gonna be my worst memory. I don't even remember it all fully, but
yeah.
And the reactions after the fact.
Yeah.
I don't stop. You got to be thigh. I must you.
I'm making sure you're all right.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. So my worst memory, I have a few as well. I would say it would probably be my molestation, but since you just said that, I will choose another memory.
You could be the same thing.
Yeah, but I have.
I've got quite
actually. My molestation was probably actually not as bad as others, which kind of tie together. So,
what you mean?
Like, I have a memory when I was living in Brooklyn as a child, and my grandmother already had me, but my mother had come and she was supposed to take me, and she came, but her and my grandmother got into a fight, and they were literally I was literally physically in between the two of them, and they were both not pulling me, it was
a tug of war.
It was literally like a tug of war. She was like, "Mom, let me take her," and my grandmother was like, "No, blah blah blah, you're hot," something and I remember that.
Do you remember you were saying that your girl was like, "No, you're high"?
Yeah.
Was she high at that point?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember that. I was too young to probably really even understand, but I remember the words and then fussing, and then my mom ended up leaving.
Did your mother have a place to stay at that point?
Yeah. And so Star had said, my gut intuition lets me know what's right for me as well as what is wrong. I know when good and bad is about to come my way. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. When he said, Kim, I don't know if it's going to be a girl or a guy. Sorry. But I really don't want anything besides a little hanky panky, and that's it. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Sometimes hanky panky turns into a whole lot of stuff.
Me being molested and my grandma passing was my worst feelings.
I feel you on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Patricia was asking Lorena if she just wanted friends with benefits.
That's what it sounds like.
And Lorena, you're welcome. That's might be a for now feeling, and that's completely okay. Yeah. And Mama said her worst, I think she's answering the memory that's the worst, giving me up on that freaking day. So she's talking about the day that she lost custody of me. My mom is talking about. Nina said, losing my dad and my doggy son after 17 wonderful years. I was so crushed after both.
I tell you what, Nina.
Literally, you just said that's the same thing that happened with you and your cat. Sometimes you have to isolate yourself.
Smokey. I have Smokey's ashes. Mm-hmm. There's I have some of her fur and stuff too. And her paw print. Yeah. That was my little baby, man. She was such a sweet cat. She didn't really fuck with nobody else with me. Yeah. She fucked with my dad, but that was about it. She went with the bullshit.
That's probably my worst memory. And then the reason I use that memory of my grandmother and my mom fighting over me is because that was a string of, that was like, honestly, the entire duration of my grandmother's life, like fighting to have me totally me. And because of that, I almost didn't feel like a person sometimes. I felt very objectified most of my life because of that. And which is why I'm so hard on people when they only give me physical, exactly. They only give me physical compliments. I'm like, I need you to dig deep because I'm like so much more than what you see, what meets the surface. So, yeah.
But you have to like what's on the surface sometimes in order to get deeper. Because if it's rough looking, you might not get that deep into it.
Yeah. So that's probably it. And then the memory goes on to other traumatic memories surrounding my grandmother and my mother and this objectification or whatever. Yeah. So.
Smile. Big smile.
She's so weird, guys, but it's fine. I love her and her weirdness.
You need to start putting your retainer in. You playing games.
I do. What is your take on our relationship?
I feel like every relationship has good, bad, and ugly, but the good outweighs the bad and the ugly. So we good.
Yeah.
And you cute.
Thank you. I think that I heard it. I think that as far as our relationship is concerned, it's really, really powerful. Mm-hmm. Initially, when I got with Kim, I knew that she was a good person at heart. I could tell that immediately from the way she expressed herself with me, the way she touched me. She's very gentle. I could tell that she had she was damaged though. And because of her damage, I knew there would be a lot to peel through. And I related to that because I know that I'm damaged and I've tried to push people away because of that. And I just felt like in that way, we were able to assist each other. Plus, but I also knew she was educated and I knew that she was hardworking. And so I think we're also good. I think that this is probably the healthiest and most mature relationship I've had
baby.
Thus far. I think we've done well with taking,
You ain't going to nobody else.
I know. I'm just making a point. I think that that says a lot about my growth, not to try to shade anyone in my past, but it says a lot about my growth and what I want with my life. It's one of the few partners I've actually considered not only marriage, but having a family with. So, yeah.
Ooh.
So, I care about my sexual satisfaction.
That's important.
Yes, it is.
It's very important.
I understand that too, Eleanor.
Because if you don't have a connection, and just keep it real. If you don't have a sexual connection, you're not gonna be satisfied all the time. But if you don't have some type of sexual connection, you're gonna go seek that from somebody else, which can then cause y'all to leave each other.
Yeah. So it's true. I think that our relationship is really interesting because we really are yin and yang in many ways, and we really do kind of make each other. There are things that I really struggle with, that she really makes up and that I lack, and vice versa. So I think that that's like the ideal situation, and I'm very thankful for it.
And then we have, of course, things that are similar.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise
it wouldn't be a thing.
Right.
Let's see. It was new to me that you were in one. I said, what? I thought you and Nova was going to hit it off, but I'm also new to both of y'all, so I don't know shit. Kim seems cool, and you're happy. That's cool. Yeah.
They're friends. And that's... Yeah. You could, like, and I was, last night when we were just chilling or whatever, she had called, and I was like, she's really like your best friend. Mm-hmm. She's like, and I have a best friend that's like that. And it's just like not...
It's platonic.
Yeah, like I don't want your bros.
Yeah, and I know what you mean, Lorena. I think that like Sheena is somebody who will always be a part of my life, and it's because of when we came into each other's lives, what we were for each other. I was actually homeless when I met Sheena, and she gave me a place to stay. And I think at that time we were young. We were young, and I feel like we were both in a place where we didn't know what else to do than a romantic relationship. We were not mature enough to understand that we could support each other in a platonic way at that degree. We thought that it was our only option. And so because that's what we had always done. So as our relationship matured, which now, it's 2020, I've known Sheena going on 10 years. Mm-hmm. So it's like that's very impactful, I think that we've learned a lot about each other and just what we offer each other. And a romantic relationship isn't feasible for us, but the friendship is definitely there. So we ended up being able to do that. And I think that's difficult for each other. And I think a couple of lives ago we had discussed the fact that when me and Sheena meet people, we don't introduce ourselves as, hey, this is my ex Bambi, or hey, this is my ex Sheena. We normally be like, this is Bam, this is Sheena, this is my friend. And when when Kim and I started dating, Sheena was living in the house, but we really didn't cross each other's paths a lot. But when they did, the way Kim and Sheena and I interacted, her ability to see and hear about Sheena, she did not know initially that we were dating. And I ended up telling her, she asked me, or we had a conversation.
Because I think I had looked at something on Facebook and you was like, oh, such and such. I was like, were y'all in a relationship? And you were like, we were, but it was for a very short time. Which, how long is a short time for you, Bam?
Well, I mean, I would say the relationship part, the passionate, but we were together off and on for 5 years. But
that's short.
I mean,
you're 32 years old. That's a good portion of your life.
Yeah, but I think that a good portion of that we weren't functioning as romantic partners, and that's why I guess I said that like that. Mm-hmm. But she nevertheless is super important. Let me see. Oh, sorry, I missed a couple. Yeah, I got that. Thank you. Me too, Kim. I had the same feelings from him. His name was Kalu. He was my heart. Oh.
I thought about getting a little paw print tattoo.
But if Kim keep cursing me, I'm gonna change my mind about her.
So Lorena, it's funny, but I'm gonna keep it real. I think the curse is the issues that you've had with these people and the choosing of these people. So I think the curse is about to be broken. You say, ooh.
Oh my gosh, Star, that's deep. The last thing I cried about was my son having the understanding that he won't be worth nothing to the world if he's not worth nothing to himself, and first and foremost, and that's a fact. Mm-hmm. Patricia says she cried watching the news. A nurse says she had held a patient's hand as he passed. Yeah,
that's deep.
It is.
And it's like, for what? Like,
yeah, I just left a relationship where she was going through the same thing, and instead of saying she wasn't ready, she did to me what was done to her. Take your time to heal, Lorena, and basically heal. 5 years is not short.
Was it 5 years or was it 4 years?
It was 4 years, I do believe, but it was off and on. So if I was to compile the entire relationship in that, because we always were there, like I was always in a home with her, but I might have been sleeping in a different room in a different bed. So like it might have been a year or two that we were actually together in that 4 or 5
And
years.
it's crazy how life works because the next day it was brought up.
Mm-hmm. And I'm happy that was the case.
Because otherwise.
Yes, I love her. I love her. So yeah, that's awesome, awesome, awesome. Next question. What did you find hard to talk about with me?
You know that answer. Past things with family members and things that happened to me in my childhood.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. That was hard for baby to talk to me, but I was happy she started to open up to me because I think when you're in a relationship and you feel like someone's holding something back, it can be so uncomfortable.
You got people saying negative shit, don't even know. It's just crazy.
It's so uncomfortable though. And so I was very, very blessed and thankful when she started to open up about those things that were hard to talk to me about. Mm-hmm. What was hard for me to talk about with you was just challenging. It was hard for me to challenge you because I could tell how some of those situations made you feel. And because I feel like I had done a great deal of self-work because I had some amazing therapists that helped me along the way. And they really challenged me. That's how I grew. I knew that in order, because even when baby started telling me some of the things, it kind of felt like it was just like the same things over and over. Like there was no real, it kind of just seemed like a pattern. And it was surface, but it kind of seemed like a pattern, even with all the different scenarios. And so just challenging her, I would say, was hard for me to talk about.
Or people that weren't available.
Yeah, things like that's an example of it. That's an example. Right. Me saying to her, challenging her and telling her, reacting to the hard things she had to tell me. That was the hardest thing. Like when she was talking to me about the relationships, an example of that is what she just said when I was like, well, baby, you realize that you were making choices to choose women that were unavailable.
And it's like subconsciously you're doing these things because it's like you want to just keep stuff at bay and don't want nobody all in your shit. Mm-hmm.
So those were hard.
But we had a connection early on.
What? I'm trying to start, but on Friday I seen some shit that started up my feelings again. Now I'm texting the fuck boy as I'm here with y'all.
No. The fuck?
No.
If you're doing that, the only thing you need to be is sex. Don't be letting him do nothing crazy. You need to be like, here, you can pound out, but you gotta go.
I don't even see. I'm different in bed. I don't even agree with that. But I don't know what level, if you cursing him or what you got going on. But yeah. Straight up. So yeah, that's that.
When a woman does that to a man, especially, they be like, "What the fuck? Yes, I'm leaving, bitch. I got stuff to do. I don't need to be late up here with you." But what I was saying is, I think we had a connection early on. Because remember when I had woke up in the middle of the night and was upset and you was awake. You couldn't even hear me, but you was awake with me.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. So, yes. Next question. How close are you with your family?
Not overly. Not overly. I mean, we're cool and everything. There are certain people that I'm extremely cool with, but I'm not like super close.
Yeah.
So Lorena says she typed that.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully you're not texting.
I am. So mine is complex because I have family in New York. I have family in Eastern North Carolina. And so I would say that as far as my closeness, I'm really close to any family. When you like break down the close word, and by close, I mean familiar, but I feel like I am accepted and welcomed by my family, but I'm not super close to them. And that's just because of my access to them.
Yeah.
And so my grandmother obviously I was born and raised in New York. My grandmother moved me from New York South, and I didn't know anybody. So I got familiar with some of those family members, but even then she still kept me at a distance. And so
that was about control, baby.
Yeah. And so I don't feel very close to family, and I struggle with family values because of that. Even though I want them, I want to instill them, which is why I've taken this long to have children, and why I've been very conscious and cognizant of my place in other people's families. I will say I did share a story with Kim recently where I talked about my ex relationship, and when I left that relationship, um, I was not actually as impacted about the relationship with the female ending. I was impacted about being separated or distanced from her actual family. So that total package, because her family was very supportive of us and I. Like her mother used to cook me dinner, and I would go down there, and her aunts and little cousins were really loving of me. And they did a lot. They were very, very family oriented. They did a lot of family trips. And I just loved it. I just loved every minute of it because I never had that. I never had, a mom to, give me compliments or help me get dressed with something. I just missed all that. And so,
my mom ain't help me get dressed for that either.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, to have a mom that was that supportive and to see it in action, and an aunt and uncles and grandparents and the different, like, they really have good family structure. That's one thing I would give my ex. And so that was the thing that was the most impactful to me, not having that.
And then you're dealing with somebody like me whose family is some of them can be very judgmental.
Mm-hmm.
And, being rude to people and hating something that they don't understand instead of trying to get an understanding of it before making all of these judgments.
Yeah. And the one thing I'll say just to close it out is the family I was around in New York, for instance, like I was familiar with all of my family in New York. But I wasn't, like I said, they weren't as accessible to me. As I got older and started to make my own choices, I made them more accessible to me. So I spent more time. I went to go see them. But another thing is sometimes when you don't even realize when you're being controlled, basically, obviously, especially if you come through, if it's something that's happening as a young child. And one thing, there are some family members in my family that I spent a lot of time with in my childhood, and a lot of bad things happened. And I have a lot of bad feelings about those interactions. But something that those family members, specifically the matriarch of that family, would tell me is, the family doesn't like us. They don't want us to be around. They think they're better than us. She used to really spew negative thoughts about other family members. And as I got older, I just realized how false those things were, and that those might have been her own
personal views,
insecurities and views, but they weren't even necessarily real about her. Like, she would say that the family did these things to her and treated her this way.
See, it's a control thing again, because it's like those people know what the truth is, and what you were telling this child was lies.
Yeah. So. Yeah. My mom said you missed out on family time. I definitely did. My father was incarcerated for most of my life, so I wasn't able to get any family from that, and so I just I'm not very close to my family. I want to be. I was on a family call yesterday with my family in New York, and that was really, really awesome. That was really great.
Good,
yeah, it was nice. It was really nice.
Sweet.
So, next question.
Y'all hear something revving? It's just a car outside.
It's just a car outside. This is actually our last question before we get into our word association.
What constitutes a perfect day for me?
For me?
Day at the beach.
Mm.
A day at the beach. Then I can take a nap, go to the amusement park, and go back out to the beach. And then, little hanky-panky.
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
That sounds like a great day as well. Actually, I agree. I would say starting with a nice breakfast. I love also the beach or just the outdoors in general. So that could be the mountains. It could even be sitting at home, being, outdoors and smelling the fresh air, hearing the birds, the trees, all that. I would also follow by a really, really nice hot stone massage. and or a chiropractic visit, followed by maybe a little bit of I don't know how to swim, but I know how to not drown. So followed by maybe some pool time or some ocean time. So that would obviously constitute the beach, but the pool could be at the house, obviously.
I want the ocean. I want the sand. I want to see stuff.
Yeah.
I want to be in it. I want the water to hit me. I love it.
Right.
I love it.
I would say with a midday nap, followed by a little late, some late shopping, some late evening shopping or late afternoon shopping, with a great dinner and quality time with my loved ones or loved one. And
you see how we were several but different. My stuff was free. Yours was not. You talking about going shopping?
Yeah, massages.
Yeah,
but you like that stuff too.
I do, but it's like
and if we go shopping, you going right to the shoe store. Am I lying? Where's the lie? As soon as we hit the mall, every single shoe store in the mall we're going to for baby. I'm not gonna buy anything. Come out with 2 bags.
That's why we don't go.
Kia.
We don't go.
You guys, if you do not follow Nakia Chanel Yoga, you need to, and this is your opportunity. She's in the comments. If you have ever taken or seen me take her classes, she is phenomenal. She is doing a ton of virtual shows. She actually has a show tonight. She said with some shoes too.
We still have to go to Mr. Tokyo.
We do.
Outside need to open back up. We've been talking about this. It's been over a month now. I was so upset.
Yes.
I felt I was offended when they closed the place down for this.
But yeah, so she needs to. So yes, if you guys follow her. Go on Instagram, and her name is Nakia. She said, "Honey, yes, I'm hungry." Yes. I love her so much. But you guys follow her because she's amazing. She has a show tonight at 7 on her Instagram, and you can look at all the instructions on how to watch that. It's going to be great. It's going to be a pole show on her. But I think there's a couple other artists. Like I know Debrita is also performing, and Wild Perfection is erotic poetry. So it should be a good
I like
look.
stuff like that too. Like that would be a good. If we had a whole weekend worth of stuff going to an event like that, because it's really it intensifies and relaxes you.
I want to do like a retreat. Yep. There you go. Aerial Allure Pole Showcase. There you go. It's right there on the screen for you guys.
That she can do this pole stuff.
She's amazing.
I don't know how you
and she has
flip around and shit.
She has a phenomenal story because she obviously didn't start there. And I think a lot of people just want to jump into it, but it takes time. And she works hard. Like people don't know the hours that go into it.
Her arms and stuff.
But not even just physically. She drives her own business. Like it's a lot. And and the reason I say that is because I'm not trying to make this negative. There's a lot of copycats and there's a lot of people out there that are trying to do what she does. And it's nothing against them and their attempts, but you shouldn't be a copycat though. Kind of do your own thing and make your own lane. Make it your own. So yeah, absolutely. You guys should definitely check that out. And I think I've featured some of her dancing on the YouTube before. I'm sure I have. Babe is sick. Okay. But anyway, baby, you ready for this song association game?
Sure. Let's do it. Oh, that was a good lead. Look at that.
It was. Okay, let's go. So I am going to, if you guys have never played song association with us, the way it works is basically a word is said and you have to think of a song to match that word in 60 seconds. So I'm going to get the timer going. Okay. And we're going to see.
Oh, she says me and this dancer, you're going to sign up for the show. I just the stretching and all of that to start off the show. I was like my legs.
That is funny.
It was good. Don't get me wrong. It's good. You feel the workout. I actually enjoy working out, which is like this time would have been perfect if I could go to the gym. I would have came out here snacky. Okay.
Oh my gosh, y'all, something wrong with her. Okay, babe. So you want to go first?
But you flipping on the ground and stuff, I can't do that.
You want to go first?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna Your word is love.
Love, Music Soul Child.
So you know you gotta sing it. You can't.
Love, there's so many things I've got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. 'Cause there's a possibility that you look at me differently, love.
Good job, baby. Cool. So love, baby got that one.
Love it.
Okay. I'm gonna give you the timer.
Oogie.
Okay.
Oogie.
All right. The next word is baby.
That's easy.
Can you
Yes,
be
ma'am.
my B-A-B-Y?
Can you be my B-A-B-Y?
Fabulous.
Absolutely.
Good. How much? I did mine fast. You did yours fast too. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Usher, yeah, Lil Jon and Ludacris.
Perfect. Perfect. Good job.
If you hold the head
Look.
steady, I'm gonna milk the cow.
Ma said, baby got back. That's a good one too. Start Mix a Lot. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, no, that's Vanilla Ice. But anyway,
Okay.
here you go. But that still works.
Yeah.
Ice, baby. That still would work. Hey, little buddy.
Yeah,
I'm glad you can join us.
Yeah,
Rolling
buddy.
like a big
Roll it.
shot. Chevy tuned up like a
NASCAR
NASCAR pit stop. Hey.
Paint job.
Hey.
French inside.
Hey. Nakia said we too fast for her. Girl, you better catch up. Okay, what's the next word? We did yeah, right? Yeah, that was yours. Ooh, time. Time. If you look and you time after time. But what is that first part? If you look and you fail and you will find it time after time.
Who sings the song?
I will be waiting. I don't know. Wait, time. Let me think of another one. If I could turn back the hands of time, then my darling, you will still be mine. That's an R. Kelly song.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
We doing good, baby.
Yeah, R. Kelly actually got a lot of hits. So
he has not actually. He does. Yeah.
And but people like. I understand that he's done some horrible things.
Yeah.
And I'm not excusing his behavior. Yeah. But it sounds good.
Okay.
So I'm still gonna play his music.
Well, you know what's crazy is like, you know, the Babyface, and I don't know if y'all had a chance to tune into Babyface and Teddy Riley. It was like the most hilarious thing. I know Teddy Riley is all over the internet right now.
Babyface is over
Cyndi Lauper, right? I knew it.
Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper. Yeah. It was like Cher. No.
I was saying something.
Okay. That's all right. That's all right. So the next word is girl.
Girl. I can tell he's been lying to you. Destiny's Child. Girl.
What? Girl, I can tell he's been lying and needs somebody to talk to. Girl.
I've been knowing you since you were 10. You cannot lie to your friend.
Okay. She said, you better not.
Don't be trying to play games with me. Get slapped up. Act up. You can get slashed up.
See, this is a fun game. Okay. The word is gonna.
Oh my God.
Gonna. For some reason, I'm thinking of a Blondie song. Like, get you. What is that song? But anyway, let me see. Another song. The T.I. song comes to my head too. People to another so whack. Why you wanna go on that? Why you wanna go and do that? Oh, that's gonna. Being faithful to a nigga so whack. So why you? Oh shit.
Why you wanna go
and do that? Okay, that's not it. Gonna.
Ooh.
Gonna be a. Oh my gosh, y'all help me. Okay, gonna. This is hard. Oh, I'm about to lose y'all.
What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be? 'Cause I can't pretend.
Okay.
I know you wanna be more than friends. Hold me tight and don't let go. Don't let go. Have the right to lose control. I like when she got deep when she was like,
Toni Braxton.
That's not Toni.
I know it's not.
I
But
was
I'm
gonna
thinking
say
about Toni Braxton.
she was going in last night in the comments. Okay,
Oh, okay.
so we are.
Hey, Toni. Nice. Nice.
Right, Kia? That song is everything. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Oh, you mad? You mad now?
Nice.
I can think of one.
Last night, I couldn't even get an answer. Keisha Cole and P. Diddy.
Okay, I guess
That's the song. It's in there.
it is. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Feel.
Oh, I got one that deep in my soul.
Say, ooh, girl, shock me like electric feel.
Okay. we'll take
Baby girl, tell
You
me how much
make
you
me
me
feel.
Oh, Silent Night. That's a good one. Silent Night.
that.
Silent. It got to be the Temptations version, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So basically,
The
you
fact
got
that they got the ranges.
one up on me. Heart.
You lift my heart up.
That's our favorite
when
song, y'all.
the rest of me is down. Wow. You enchant me.
I cannot with her saying enchant like a English. Okay.
I love me some Sam Smith.
She does.
Latch, that's the song.
Enchant me. Not enchant, but enchant me.
I love him. I want him to sing at the wedding. Okay.
What wedding? Okay. You ready?
It might cost a whole lot.
Ooh. Hey y'all. Oh. Hey y'all.
Just want to meet you. Don't want to meet your
daddy.
Just want to make a comma.
It's the opposite way, baby.
Oh, whatever, it's fine.
Just don't want to meet your daddy. Just want you on my caddy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to meet your mama.
But we were
just
on different places.
It's all right. I'm just saying. It's good.
I'm just being honest.
Listen, Andre 3000 talking about some real shit in that song.
Hey, so sister.
But y'all don't want to listen.
By train.
Y'all just want to dance.
Y'all don't want to hear me. I just want to dance.
Okay. All right, let's go. This is easy.
Can it be the person singing the song, like Jennings?
No, that's not even how he spells it.
Oh, stop.
No.
My whole life has changed.
Hey,
Since you came in, I knew back then you were that special one. You know I love me some Juvenile.
I'm so genuine.
You know what I'm talking about, yes. I've done that before. Back when, yes, Genuine. I do love Juvenile too.
Yes.
Back when the band was on, and I was like, oh, that's Genuine. And I was like, no, that's not. That's Juvenile. Genuine. It's fine. Okay.
Whew. I'm telling you. Okay. Let's go. Let go.
He got 8 kids. Yeah.
Okay. Day. And the world's alright with me. Hey. Just one look at you. Hey. And I know it's gonna be Bill Withers. Hey. A lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. A lovely, lovely day, lovely day. Okay, sorry. Okay, come on. You just saw the next word. That was cheating. So I'm going to take up a couple seconds. There you go.
La, 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 la. Lil Wayne, off the Carter 3.
Oh, what is the song?
La, 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 la. You don't remember that song?
Mm-mm. But I think so I'm going to let you have it.
There's some songs on the Carter 3 that ain't even on there. Like Playing with Fire. Ain't there. You can't even find it.
Because it's not.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
If you, I actually have the album.
That is, I think they didn't get cleared for whoever the sample was on that. I can't remember who the sample was.
He doesn't own the rights to the song.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But now I own the CD, so I got the shit when it was within the first week of purchase.
What, the Lil Wayne song, Little Buddy, or the Lovely Day by Bill Withers? Okay.
I'm gonna think.
Good job, babe. So that was yours. So now it's my turn.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's easy.
World. Who run the world, girls? Who run the world, girls? Who run this mother? Who run this mother? Who run
you
this
can't
mother?
hold me. I work my 9 to 5. Better cut my check. Okay. I was thinking.
Oh, it's funny because I was actually thinking about Michael Jackson, "Heal the World."
Yeah.
Heal the world.
A fantastic place.
Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race.
See, he's another one that has something going on, but he's got some very good music.
But they care enough for the living. Make a better place for you and for me. Oh, I miss that man.
Good stuff.
Yes,
this
little buddy.
It.
You better. Yes, Lovely Day. Everything.
The orchestra version of this is it too. I really love instruments along with good singing. So.
Yes. So that was good. You saw it, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I really didn't.
Okay, I'm gonna give you another one just because I think you saw it.
What was it?
I'm not gonna tell you.
I really don't know though.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
That was it. But I'm not gonna let you see it. No, because I'm gonna use it. Okay, go.
Little. This little light of mine.
Okay, that works. I'm gonna let it shine. You know what I think about it all the time? When I think about light and when I think about this little light of mine, I always think about Ike and Tina Turner.
And then another R. Kelly song. I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, believe in a pot of gold. Do you know the song?
Yeah.
At the end of the rainbow, if fate was right there to pull me through, I used to be blocked out. Now I can just walk through. He's the greatest. He's the greatest. Listen, I love me some R. Kelly. Okay.
So in the Tina Turner story, the What's Love Got to Do with It? I had to get it together, y'all. What's Love Got to Do with It? Because sometimes when Kim goes off, I'll forget my whole train of thought.
I'm sorry.
She does that all the time. But basically, baby Tina Turner was in the choir and she was singing This Little Light of Mine. And the lady who was directing the choir was not having it. She was like going in. And I remember she was like, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And then the little girl was like, whoa, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. And she was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's so dumb. She was singing all the way out the church. The lady was pulling her out the church. She was singing like that all the way out the church. Hey.
1, 2, 3.
All right.
Writing this down.
Oh.
We're going to listen to this. I have to listen to it.
Okay, babe.
Yes. I don't want to forget because I be.
So,
This yours or mine?
Yeah, it's mine.
I got one. Now we can just see all the words.
No.
Yeah, you can. No, we're not using those 3 after that.
No, I didn't see them. You saw them?
Yes,
I didn't see them.
I don't remember them.
Your I think it's a Barry White. You know, my latest inspiration. Is that Barry White? I think it is.
So what I was thinking about is Jason Mraz, I'm Yours.
Okay. Okay, let's go.
Don't Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast.
Come on.
Oh, okay.
I see that rainbow.
Okay,
Yes.
baby. All right.
Okay. Or don't you wish your girlfriend was hot?
4.
That one.
Oh,
You
that's
try to-
good.
You try.
Well, listen, I was trying to get some help. What we got? 4. You are for me. I can't think of one for 4.
I have a one. And you're gonna be like, really, really? Once the
4.
time run out.
You were for me, and I'm for you.
I don't know what that is.
What is it?
I will cross the ocean for you.
Oh, that's a good one. I will go and bring you the moon.
Monica
I
has
will
some
be
good
your
shit too.
hero, your strength, anything you need. Because I feel like you've been cheating. So
I'm not cheating. How does that even make any sense?
I'm gonna just put it over here.
What? They can see everything over there now.
It's fine.
No, it ain't.
I'll just put it right
We're
here.
packing the house up. So.
Yeah, sorry guys. So I'm gonna put it right here. Look that way.
You just made it miss too. You were so loser, baby. In my mind, I'll always be his lady.
You don't need all the lyrics.
In my mind, Heather Headley.
Yeah.
I'll always
I used to love that
be
song.
his girl.
That's how I feel about my first boyfriend.
Just the other. You trying to cheat showing all the words.
No, we're done. You won.
Okay.
We're done. So, guys, we are closing up for the day until later. So, we will be back on at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time tonight for movie night, which is also 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 5:30 Mountain Standard Time and 6:30 Central Standard Time. It is basically, I will post a Netflix URL in the description box and pin the comments. And we will be, and so we want you guys to join us. The URL, the Netflix. Oh,
yeah, but rolling like a bitch.
We're gonna play it again soon. We're gonna play it again very, very soon.
Babe wants some redemption.
I do. I need redemption because I'm really good at the game. We did good though. Both of us did good. Good job, baby. You won. High five. So basically, we would love for you guys to play the game to watch the Netflix movie with us tonight. I won't be able to actually broadcast the movie onto YouTube because they will flag my ass. However, we will definitely put the URL in. If you have another device to watch YouTube on, that would be great. We will be on live. We'll be chatting and talking on live, responding to the show or to the movie. And so really quick,
I think scary movie too.
We are choosing our movies now. So go ahead and put your movie that you would like to see in the description, in the chat. So our picks are Scary Movie 2, Hangover, It Takes Two, Back to the Future 3, and Valentine's Day. Those are your options to what we want to watch tonight. Pull up with your popcorn or your dinner or your drink, and we're gonna have a really good time.
I've been drinking.
You see the movies now, Marina? I don't know if you can see them.
Give me some water. Whoa!
So it's some options. Scary Movie 2, Hangover, It Takes Two, Back to the Future 3, or Valentine's Day. So Scary Movie 2 obviously is a comedy. Hangover is a comedy. It Takes Two is like a romantic comedy. Back to the Future 3 is kind of like a romantic comedy. Valentine's Day is also a romantic comedy. Back to the Future is not a romantic comedy though. It's just comedy, I guess.
Listen,
and action.
Hangover and Scary Movie 2 are gonna be my choices.
Yeah. Let's see.
Grab my strong hand. Just put the shit in the turkey.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine, Lorena. Hi, Dorian.
Happy people. Yeah.
Will you guys comment on this video and what you want to watch? We'll probably choose one of them if we don't get enough responses, which is fine.
Did y'all see that they're not letting R. Kelly out even though there's coronavirus, or Bill Cosby?
Mm-hmm. So we will probably, I'm thinking it's probably going to be Scary Movie 2. I'm thinking that's probably going to be the move. After the last couple of days I've had, very emotional days, I don't want to watch anything that's too like dramatic, because it's probably going to pull my heartstrings and I just want to laugh.
And Scary Movie 3 and 4.
I like the scary movies with the Wayans. I don't, but the 3 was okay.
Good. 3 was good. They started doing the Michael Jackson stuff. His nose was.
2 is when they went to the.
They were at that house. With
yes,
yeah.
We gonna watch that. It's easy. Easy. Have a great day, y'all. I'm still arguing. Catch y'all soon. No, Lorena.
Don't argue, man. You say you're not dealing with fuckboys.
Oh, little buddy said you haven't seen It Takes Two or Valentine's Day. Okay, so that might be. Both of them are really great movies. It Takes Two is a classic. It's got Chrissy Alley in it and John Travolta.
Listen, Step Brothers that we watched last time was hilarious.
It was, and it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Chrissy Alley is funny as hell. And John Travolta is funny, and the babies are super funny. That's why I love that movie. That movie came out in the 80s, and I used to watch the VHS over and over. Valentine's Day is a funny, comical movie as well. So I'm thinking that you might want to watch one of those, and I do appreciate it.
Look, she was like, "Hey, my life! Hey, my life!" And she was like flipping the fuck out of him. She got him in the bathroom. She said, "I'm just gonna slide up."
What are you talking about?
On the Step Brothers.
Oh, yes.
He was like, "Oh, it's really slippery."
It's really slippery.
She was like,
"Oh, when they were having sex, yeah."
It was so funny.
Yeah, no, it was. Okay, guys, but we'll put that up shortly. That way you can join us for that. And as always, love you. Always forward, never backwards. We're working through this thing. Y'all have a great Sunday. For those that are going to watch the movie with us, see you at 7:30.
Dynamite. Is that on Netflix?
It's not.
Oh my God.
I like Napoleon Dynamite, but I think I just kind of wore it out a little bit too much.
I haven't seen that in years.
I used to
when
watch
I did this, remember he was behind everybody else when they were doing that.
But yeah, love you guys so much, and we'll see you at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and all the other times. So
give me some of your tots.
Ridiculous.
No, I'm not giving you any of my tots. Give me your tots.
He was ridiculous, Napoleon Dynamite. But anyway, so we will see you guys soon. Come back. Love you. Bye.
Superbad is good too.
Superbad is amazing. I don't think